Of course. Hello. I don't know. Nobody's on here yet. So I'm just here chit-chatting myself. I don't know. We literally just came back from Sarasota. So really excited to be back. Kind of missing the beach already. No joke. But I mean, where else if you live in Florida, where do you go on vacation? The beach. So, here for us at least, we're in Marion County, so we're landlocked. So we do have beaches, but they're like at the lake and stuff. And of course, we have rivers and the springs and stuff like that. But it's not the same as sitting there and just enjoying the melody of the waves coming in and just the birds and just, I don't know, it's just absolutely beautiful. So my husband has had a timeshare down in Sarasota in this building that's like, I think it was like a motel from like the 60s or something. And of course they've updated it and stuff over the years, but it's still extremely like, it's just really quaint. It's only 2 stories. It has a really nice pool, has a hot tub, and then there's a beach. I mean, it's not a resort by any stretch of the imagination. But we go down there like every year and we can change out the points. I don't know if you guys have timeshares or not. This is one of the older timeshares where you actually have a week. It's not a point system. But we can do the point system with like RCI or something like that and change it up and go somewhere else. But generally, we really just enjoy down there. It's really serene. It's beautiful. It's a very inexpensive vacation considering. And it's just really nice. So we go down there each year and we go down. And one of the heights of, the whole thing is the excitement is to go down to the beach each evening and watch the sunset. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And there were some really gorgeous sunsets down there this week. So really excited about that. It was, I don't know, you can always tell if you've missed it because like all of a sudden like there's like 20 people coming back across, down the beach. And you're like, oh, I missed it, but even after the sun sets, there's still all these beautiful colors and stuff. So just some amazing, amazing pictures and stuff. So that was really nice. We had a really nice time. But anyway, so hopefully you guys had a very nice week. Last week was Thanksgiving. So I know for us, this time of year is a little bit slower. Hello! So yeah, for us it's like from basically Thanksgiving till about New Year's, it's like kind of slow. So that's when we kind of take our downtime and get, plans set up for next year and just kind of work towards that. But it's definitely when we encourage our agents to take vacation instead of like during the height of the year because all the rest of the time it's total mayhem. So we try and I don't know, when it's slow you take vacation, and when it's busy you work and you work and you work and you work. So but every year it's kind of slow right around this time. Not many people really want to move during the holidays, so that's probably what it is. So I know I was actually on vacation and I ended up selling a house. It was one that I had tried to sell about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and I couldn't sell it to save my life. I did everything, like everything for that house. Could not get it sold because it is dated. We were selling it, let's see, it was a 3-2 with a formal living room, had a huge family room, massive backyard with all these beautiful oak trees and stuff. It was just really beautiful in the city limits of Ocala. So maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minutes from downtown Ocala. Anyway, could not sell this house to save our lives. We tried everything. Couldn't sell it at that time. I guess it was about 2 years ago. Well, the tenant turned in notice that she was going to move out. So the owner was like, look, you did so great last time just trying to get it sold. I know it didn't sell, but could you go ahead and sell it? We still had the pictures and everything from before the tenant moved in. The tenant was excellent. So yeah, we went ahead and we're like, yeah, let's put it up on the market. And it went under contract almost immediately. And we actually put it up at 235,000 this time, and we had a lot of offers. It was crazy. So, I mean, it just goes to show you, like, last time I worked myself into oblivion, my husband did too, to get that house sold, and it didn't sell. And now here it is 2 years later, just a short 24 months later, and I didn't even go and take new pictures. I mean, it was just, okay, sure, let me just recycle this MLS information because nothing's really changed. And it sold almost immediately with multiple offers. It's crazy. So sometimes it is not the agent. Sometimes it is just the market. Anyway. Oh, wow. My husband's in here. Of course, he's not on camera because he leaves that to me. But he did want me to mention that one of our agents, this is her second year? Yeah, this is her second year in real estate. And she's doing really good. And she's got 7 closings this month. So, and she got sick with a head cold. So I was like, you got the Rona? Is that the Rona? And she's like, no. I was like, okay. That's like the instant question. Anybody sneezes anywhere near me, and I'm like, don't bring that in the office. Anyway, yeah. No, she just has a head cold. But she lost her voice and stuff. It was really funny. It's not funny. I mean, I feel bad for her, but... Question. Looking for 55 over condominium in Ocala, something like we have in Broward. Ooh. New construction. New construction, 55 plus condo? Probably, new construction. I don't think they have anything, do you? Not 55. Not 55 plus.
There'll be a section later.
That's a good question. Not brand new construction as of this moment. But there are, at last count, 14 new subdivisions coming in. And some of them are townhomes. Some of them are 55 plus. So possibly. I mean, there is new townhouses and new condominiums coming in. But, and we have 55 plus condominiums. But we don't have new 55 plus condominiums that I know of yet. You know where they probably have some coming up is maybe up by Trilogy.
Down by the Villages too.
Yeah, the Villages. They've
not in the Villages. Outside the Villages, there's some 55 plus townhomes being built.
I'm gonna have to check on that and get back to you, because he's telling me that down by the Villages, but not necessarily in the Villages, there are some 55 plus condominiums. Yeah, I mean, we went out looking for condos for my mother-in-law recently, and she was actually looking down by the Villages and down in the Villages. And one of them that we really liked, she actually did the application for and everything. It was what? How big was that? Like a 10-story building? The one that she got the application in on?
Not that. Was it 6?
Was it 6? It was only 6. It was a really big building. Anyway, so there was multiple buildings, and it's only about a year old. And one of the buildings is set for, I think it's 63 and older, if I remember. Or if you have a disability. But it was 63 and older, and it had like this really, really nice like clubhouse room downstairs with like this pool table that looked like an old classic car. It was really cool. And it had a full kitchen, and it had like the seating area, and one of the residents was like super nice and let us in and was chit-chatting with my mother-in-law and stuff in there. But that one, they actually do it income based. So because she's on Social Security, they were able to approve her, and they only had like a 3-bedroom available.
Yeah, they won the 3 normal.
Yeah, and she's like, what on earth am I gonna do with a 3-bedroom? But it was beautiful building, beautiful area, right outside, like everything. You know, it was maybe 5 minutes from a Publix and Walgreens and all of that kind of stuff. So it was a really good location. All of the Lady Lake and everything. Perfect. I need that. Should I call you? It's 2-floor. No, it's like a 6-floor building. It's a good sized building. Yeah, I'd have to look up. Just go ahead and text me my cell phone. Like if you call me, there's like, as a real estate broker, I get probably 20 to 50 spam calls a day. It's ridiculous. Like totally, truthfully ridiculous. So if you text me, I'll actually get that. Like the phone calls, I'm like, I just, scroll through my voicemail and stuff. Some people call me and they don't leave a voicemail, and I'm like, that is not going to get you anywhere. That could be somebody in Timbuktu that is asking me about my auto warranty or something. I mean, I get those like constantly. It's just crazy how much. I have people that try to pretend to be me and then contact all of my agents one by one, going through the list, and will ask them to do me a favor and go buy me some gift cards. And I'm like, so at this point they all know and they just have a really good time with it. But first off, none of my agents know full well I would never ask them to go and get me gift cards. It just would never happen, like ever. So, I mean, of course it's a scam, but that happens probably about once or twice a month. So anyway, but yeah, just go ahead and text me. It's 352-817-1600. It's my cell phone number. Send me a text and I'll get you the info. I do not remember right off my head exactly the name of the company, but I can get you the phone number and everything. That's obviously not through me. It's its own separate thing, but we just went through this with her. She opted not to move into that location because it's about 30 minutes from us. And she was like, I don't want to be that far away from you guys. Not at this point in my life. What if they're not going to fix something? I mean, she just kind of freaked out. So she actually turned it down. And it was like, I think it was like $1,000 a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, like condo. It was quite nice. I thought it was nice. And then of course, if her income was even lower, it would have been even lower than that. So kind of interesting. But yeah, that one would probably work. That's a brand new building. But if you're actually going to purchase a condo, I would say, what? I don't know. Oh, in my purse. He's asking me where his phone is. If you're going to purchase a condo, there's some really, really nice 55 plus condos in Ocala. On top of the world, they actually call them villas, not condos. But they're single story. And they're set for, 55 plus, and you get all the amenities and stuff, and they're very, very reasonably priced. Those are some, and then going out into Silver Spring Shores, some of my favorite condos over there. There's one called Derby Downs, and all of the condos kind of look like horse barns. I mean, it's very horse themed, and it's completely surrounded by golf course, the Silver Spring Shores golf course, golf and country club. Anyway, so it's all the way around. So you'll see like deer and rabbits and all sorts of stuff out there. But yeah, that one's probably my favorite. It's just so super cute, and they're, again, very, very reasonably priced over there as well. So that's one of my other favorite 55 plus condos out here. And then regular condos that are any age. I do like Wind Chase. They're building some more over there. That area is a little bit heavy in sinkhole for me, but as long as you're careful with which condos you get, like, don't be right over by the pond. You want to kind of get in a little in-ground, then you should be fine. But yeah, over by the pond, I don't know if they just, Pulte Homes put those up, and I don't know if they quite did it right. I don't know. Anyway, I know that sounds really bad. I'm like talking about how much I like them, but at the same time, they have single. Well, there's like one set that just kind of like, okay, that's a little too close to the sinkhole in the pond for me. So I don't sell those, but the ones over, I love those. So I don't know. Whichever, whatever. But they're townhomes, so it's the whole upstairs and downstairs is yours. And then you've got, yeah, anyway. What else? Is there any other questions? I promise I don't have the Rona. I just have allergies. We just walked into the house and I instantly started sneezing. I'm like, I'm allergic to my own house. I am, and I promise we dust. We really do. But yeah, I'm like, maybe because the vacuum, nobody's been here. Excuse me. Ah, sorry. Ah, it's not the Rona. It's not the Rona. Anyway. You can tell. Wow, you can definitely tell I was out on the beach. I'm like a little darker, except for on top, that's a little lighter. Anything else? Any other questions? Everybody's so quiet tonight. It's because I'm later tonight, right? At 6 o'clock, everybody's like, bye, and they all want to talk and stuff. And like 7 o'clock, they're like, yeah, no, there's other stuff on TV. Come on, kid. Like, let's go. Let's see. I've been doing a lot on TikTok. I don't know. I know you guys are probably like, TikTok, that's a thing for 12-year-olds where they dance and stuff. Yeah, I don't dance. Mostly because I can't. And I don't sing mostly because I don't want people to hear me. I mean, I can sing. I just choose not to. So anyway, but no, it's a lot of fun over there. So I just got I've got one video that went to 2.7 million views, and the other one's about to hit 1 million views. So yeah, that's kind of cool, right? I don't know. I don't have that many videos up. Not like YouTube. YouTube, holy smokes, I got so many videos because it's just so cool to do stuff about Ocala. I mean, there's just so much going on, so much to see, so much to do. And it's just a great town. So sharing all of that is just, to me, it's super easy to, you know, I go to a restaurant and I'm like, oh, here's the menu. Here's what we're having to eat. And here's this cool restaurant. Let me know if you want details, you know. But yeah. So, yeah, having a lot of fun. What's going on at the WEC for the holidays? Ah, so glad you asked. I know that they are doing a lot of, I mean, we have Light Up Ocala, which is like the big thing around here, like big deal, downtown on the square. But over at the World Equestrian Center, I know they had like their own light up thing over there as well. And it's basically, they didn't do fireworks or anything like that because, I mean, obviously horses, that would probably, that would be bad. But I know they did some kind of light up festival recently. So, of course, I was out of town for it. One of my agents did go to it, though. And I think he's got a video coming up. So he'll show all of that. If he doesn't already, I think it's already up on the, I saw it. So it's probably up on our channel already. So he went to that. And then in Denellen tomorrow is the parade. So, and it's going right by our office. So, so Jeff, he works out of that office a lot. He's like, okay, I am like roping off the office, and anybody that wants to come down, let me know, and I'm going to save you a parking spot, and we're going to line up some chairs right there, because our office is right on the corner, and everybody has to, like, they're going down in front, and they're actually making the turn right in front of our office. I was like, you are going to let, like, other people park there and, like, sit there and stuff, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. He's like, as long as they come with kids. I'm like, okay. He's like, this is VIP seating. Like, okay, whatever works for you, dude. So, yeah, he says that he's going to do some hot cocoa and stuff like that over there, too. So, I think tomorrow is probably going to be the big thing is Denellen. But last week, it was World Equestrian Center, and the week before that, it was Light Up Ocala. So, basically, every weekend from now until New Year's, there's something going on here, if not more so. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy. My daughter, she's going to go deface the school tomorrow. Legally. No, it's actually with her art program. They found this, there's like one massive wall, excuse me, at Westport High School. And so the art teacher is like, she came up with a mural, and so they're actually having the art students go and paint the mural. So it's kind of cool. She's like, I am going to get to go and paint the school, And it's like anytime that she goes by there for the next, 10, 15, 20 years, however long it lasts, she'll be like, yeah, I helped paint that. So she's going, and it all counts for volunteer hours too. So she's pretty excited about that. So there's just, I don't know, my goodness, there's so much stuff going on right now. You could, probably the best thing to do would be go to the Facebook and go to Things to Do Ocala. That they have every week, everything that's coming out. I love it. It's just amazing how much stuff is coming out. But the World Equestrian Center, they also just pull up World Equestrian Center and they will have everything and then some. Normally I do all this research on Monday and I'm like, okay, here's this and here's this that I found and this is what's going on and stuff. Tonight I'm just like, I just got into town like 3 minutes ago. But I didn't want to miss another live. So yeah, so here I am. I'm like, I don't know. I was in Sarasota all week. But I saw dolphins right in front of me. It was pretty cool. Sarasota is about 3 hours from here, I guess. I don't know, about 3 hours from here. It's a beautiful beach. Absolutely beautiful beach down there. So 2.5. You could just come and, sit down and... No, he just comes and corrects me. He's like, it's only 2.5 hours. I'm like,
Every
okay.
weekend, World Equestrian Center has Winter Wonderland.
That's what I knew it was something. Oh. Okay, so he says that he was looking it up for me, so I didn't look like too much of an idiot. All right. World Equestrian Center. Ooh, Calessa. We'll get into that in a second. World Equestrian Center. Ocala presents an enchanted winter wonderland spectacular on the Grand Plaza in celebration of the holiday season with more than 1 million twinkling lights. Winter Wonderland promises to bring merriment and good cheer to all. So basically, they have a 40-foot tall tree and a giant polar bear.
Entertainment.
Lots of entertainment. It's a month-long event, so it kicked off November 26th at 5 p.m. I knew it was last week. With the lighting ceremony at 6 p.m. And it's going to run all through until the end of December. General admission is free and open to the public. Parking will be $20 per vehicle from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's new. They're charging for parking now. Anyway, 1 million twinkly lights. I wonder if they actually counted them. How many does Light Up Ocala have? They probably have about 1 million. It's crazy. The whole downtown Ocala is just... I don't think you could stick any more lights on there. You could literally see downtown Ocala from space. And now with the World Equestrian Center, basically Ocala is just lit up. It's crazy. Okay, so Calessa. Calessa is moving right along. I still think that Calessa is going to be an amazing place to live. I mean, really. It's one of those places that we really were missing in Ocala, where it was, an all ages community that had amenities and walking trails and, school options that are, not quite private school, but like of that caliber. Just a really, I don't want to say like yuppie kind of thing, but kind of, sort of. Anyway, we just really don't have that here. So it is really, really cool that we have that coming up. That being said, when they first started, of course, they were talking about, the houses in the price range of like $200,000. Of course, everything has gone up considerably since then. Building materials, everything, pretty much everything. I mean, you go buy a loaf of bread and it's more expensive. But it was kind of crazy how quickly it was going up. So now it starts at just under 300,000. So yeah, that was a bit of a jump for me. It was a little more painful. I would have really loved it if they could have stayed, 275 or something like that, which is basically the median price range. But again, these are brand new houses in an incredible neighborhood, where it has all these walking trails. It's 22 miles of walking trails and they're trying really hard not to have any of the walking trails have to cross streets. So they've got them going in through tunnels, and the tunnels are all lit up, and I believe they're going to have security monitoring as well under there. So just trying to make it as safe as humanly possible for your kids to be able to walk themselves to the schools that are right there on the property. They also have the fast. My husband, this is how we work. So, yeah.
There's a few things coming up in the next couple weekends.
I know, there's all sorts of stuff. I really want to go to the festival at Fort King tomorrow.
Parade.
Yeah. Okay, so he's like looking up everything that's going on in Ocala. It's basically, you're going to have to choose between, oh my goodness.
Bad Santa bar crawl.
You're going to have to choose between 5 or 6 different events at least every single day until probably New Year's. The one he thought was hilarious was the Bad Santa bar crawl, which is of course downtown Ocala. Just, it's a mess. It's just totally a mess here. There's a pet expo at Ocala Citizens Circle. That's downtown Ocala. A craft bazaar at Silver Spring State Park. I mean, you just, oh my goodness. It's ridiculous how much stuff. He just Googled Ocala December 2021 events, and it just has a list of everything going on this month. I don't know if you can see. It just keeps going. So, yeah. It's crazy. It is crazy how much stuff. Really crazy how much stuff. So you basically just have to figure out not really if there's something going on, but what you want to do, because there's just so much going on. So yeah, tomorrow my husband is going to help his mom move. The option that she went with, for her, it was the best option, is she went ahead and purchased a mobile home in a 55 plus community, and it was fully furnished. And it's really close to our Ocala office. It's actually basically between our house and the Ocala office. So we literally have to pass her community every day just to go to the Ocala office. So that, she really was happy with that. Another, we were actually thinking to, purchase a home that had like its own mother-in-law apartment and stuff. And she would have been really happy with that too. But we're trying to figure out what to buy and where to buy and all of that. And she's just like, I'm just going to do this for the meantime. And when you guys have that, then I'll move into that. And it's like, okay, that works. So it was just, okay. So yeah, she was thinking about, like I said, doing that apartment for like a year or so. But she just figured this was the better option. And when she is ready to move into something else, she can go ahead and sell it. And she really hasn't, she's not on anything. So, but she's basically had this whole month to move because, we helped her put flooring into the whole thing. And, she wanted new flooring because the carpeting was old, very old. So, I'm not a huge fan of mobile homes in this particular circumstance. In her particular circumstance, it works. This is not like some, okay, I'm going to live there for 20 or 30 years. That's not what this is. It's essentially, it's still kind of temporary housing for her, but it's not an apartment where she's basically not going to, she's just flushing money down the toilet with it. An apartment. This, she can either sell it or she can stay there as long as she wants, or she can do whatever she wants with it. So for her, this worked really well. And again, for her, it was mostly the location. She wanted us to be able to help her, and she wanted to be close to everything. She's like 2 minutes from a Publix. It's like right across the street. So she wanted all of that and found this place for it. So it works for her. So anyway, but that's the option she went with. But yeah, hopefully I answered your question on Kalesa. I really do think that Kalesa is a great community. I think it's going to be a fantastic addition to Marion County and Ocala. I wish it were a little less expensive. But I can also understand, you know, they're trying to do so much over there, and I would rather, you know, that they do all that they promised. You know, sometimes developers will go in, not this one, this one's really good, but sometimes developers will go in and they'll have like really high promises, and then it's like, okay, I would settle for paved streets at this point, you know? so yeah, I think they're doing everything that they promised and then some, so if it ends up being more expensive than originally thought, okay, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So I know they do have some of the prices on the houses that are already built. Those are actually a little bit lower. So I would definitely check and see, you know, send me a text message and I'll check and see. I'll get the list of houses that are ready built, and you can, you know, move in immediately or really quickly. And, you know, that might be an option for you. So again, my cell phone number, please text me, is 352-817-1600. That is the best way to get a hold of me. If you call me, just make sure and leave a voicemail, because otherwise it just marks you automatically as spam. You're welcome. Yeah. My area, I'm surprised, my neighborhood still has a lot of land available. They're basically all half acres over here. Well, thank you. I don't know, my smile is a little, like, I have like little chiclet teeth, so my smile is jacked up, but I appreciate the thought. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, my neighborhood has so much land still available to it. I mean, it's just crazy. And I'm right off the Greenway. So it's, to me, it's a really great location. Plus we're getting like a Publix, let's see, it'd be 1 mile from me. So we're getting a Publix, we're getting a 7-Eleven, we've got the library right there, we've got a Dollar General. I mean, basically the necessities. Hello. So yeah, we've got all of that. I don't know what is, I am like so allergic to something. I'm like all of a sudden just congested from being in here. Of course, right as I start the live. But yeah, we're over in the southwest quadrant of Ocala, and that just seems to be just really booming. You know, to us, it was just because we wanted the school zone, because that was what was easiest for our kids at the time. And it still is. Lexi's over in Westport as well. It's like, okay, this, we kind of make a joke. We're like, okay, we promise this is the last one. Because my husband had 3 kids that went through, and then of course, Michael, he was the last one. And now we've got Lexi. So all told, between the 5 kids, between the 2 of us, how many years have you had kids going to Westport, babe? He's just like, I don't know.
Since 2005.
Since 2005, he's had kids going through Westport. I do not believe that Lennar builders are building on private land right now, but there is an awesome builder that I absolutely love. They do build on private land, and oh my goodness, best builder in Marion County, I think, by far. And they were just at our office. They were just talking to some of the agents and showing some of the floor plans and stuff. Definitely text me and I will get you the information for them. Anytime you see like a really nice higher end home, it's always that builder, like every single time. I just absolutely love their houses. They're so pretty, all the crown molding, and I mean, just, ooh, so pretty. So I really like their builds, and they're very, they've been doing it for like 40 years. It's like a family run, builder, and I mean, just absolutely beautiful, beautiful houses, and very reasonably priced houses too. And you can kind of go on their website and see what they have, but they'll custom build stuff. Yeah, they do that. They do that. Yeah. So you can actually see any of their regular construction homes, and then just be like, hey, Pat, can you go ahead and throw a mother-in-law suite on that? And he's like, yeah, absolutely, not a problem. So, I mean, they'll do that. They'll either do it inside the house, or they'll do a completely separate, so it's attached to the house, but not like you'd have to go outside and around in order to access it. So, you basically just tell them what you want. I saw one of their bathrooms. It was a beautiful bathroom. You're welcome. Beautiful bathroom, but it was really cool because like the shower was the whole back side of the bathroom. Like you walk in and there's the sinks, and then there's the water closet and all of that. And then like the whole back of the bathroom, this huge space, was the shower. It had 2 shower heads. It was basically like 2 showers in one. And I was like, I didn't know you guys could do that. And they're like, they asked, we did. I was like, oh my goodness. So, yeah, I mean, you dream it up and they'll be like, okay, here's what we can do. Because they just have so many years experience, and they're primarily in Marion County. So they know everybody down at the county. They know what they can do and what they can't do and how much it's going to cost. They're amazing. So I really, really like them. You guys are like, okay, that's it. She's got the Rona. I know it. Stupid allergies. I took my allergy medicine this morning. I promise. And I don't know what's going on. Okay. I am so going to run the vacuum tomorrow. Ah, my nose. Rudolph the Red. Okay. Not gonna sing. I promise. I will not do that to you guys. Anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think, everything that's going on. We are getting so many new communities. I'm trying to do a video of just the communities that are coming in, but they're coming in so quickly, and trying to get the details and exactly what they are and what they're doing and all of that. It's a little, it's a lot. So, as soon as I have that information, I have the communities, I have basically where they're at, but trying to put it into a video form, it's taking some editing. So, yeah, me and Taylor are kind of working on that. I don't know. Any other questions? You guys are so quiet tonight. I don't know what's going on. So quiet. I don't know what else is going on. My daughter's defacing the school with permission. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, right? I mean, there's a lot of communities coming in. So, I don't know if you guys watch. It's so weird because we have Kevin Sheely. He's the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. We call it the CEP, the Chamber and Economic Partnership, which is basically the city and the chamber united to create more economic opportunities. Anyway, and they've got Kevin Sheely in there. He's the CEO of the chamber. But it's just crazy. Like, somebody's like, you know, we really need apartments, or hey, we really need some more communities. We really need housing. So every year, I try not to bug him more than that, but every year I'm like, okay, Kevin, can we sit down and let's just talk about what's going on this year in Marion County? And he just starts talking about all of his plans, and what's going on, what happened last year and where we're going this year. Well, this last one, it was maybe only 7 or 8 months ago that we did that one. Look for that video, because I think there's 3 of them. And this last one, he's talking about how there's a real housing shortage in Marion County. And he's like, yeah, he's like, we're working on like 12 to 14 communities and to get that, you know, underway. Sure enough, it's 8 months later and they're breaking ground on 12 to 14 communities. I mean, he went out and he's like, I need investors, I need developers, let's get on. It's crazy. Ask and you shall receive, apparently. I got to talk to him about getting those roads bigger. I keep asking him for the train. Have you guys heard about the train? I really want the train up here, like so badly. There is a commuter train, and it's all over down in Miami. It was called Virgin for a while, but it's actually Brightline. I guess it decided it didn't want to be with Virgin Airlines, Virgin, whatever. Anyway, so it's called Brightline. Look this up. It's really cool. So Brightline, they actually went out from Miami. They went to Fort Lauderdale because a lot of people live in Fort Lauderdale and work in Miami or vice versa. So they had this community. Oh, so he wants his cell phone back. So, you know, you might want to say hi. He waved, really. He waved. Okay. So Brightline is this train. I've been watching it for years. Okay, years. I'm on their Facebook group. I'm just watching this train, just like, come on. So they actually went from Fort Lauderdale to Miami. Well, that was a big success. So they went and now they're creating a track going from, it's a high-speed train. It is really high-speed train. So they're going from Fort Lauderdale and Miami up to Orlando. They have the depot done. It's at the Orlando International Airport. Is that not cool? So you could actually fly into Orlando, do Disney, do all that stuff, and then take the train. It's only 3 hours to get down to Miami on the high-speed train. Driving is like 5 or 6, just to give you an idea how fast it is. So you could take that down there. You have Wi-Fi. You could chill out. There's snacks. I mean, it is nice, okay? Well, they actually are now putting in over into Disney Springs. So you can actually take the train from the Ocala, or not from the Orlando International Airport, right over to Disney. Okay, that is the coolest thing ever. They're also going from Disney Springs over to Tampa. So I'm like, wow, it's going from Miami to Fort Lauderdale to Orlando, and you can trek over to Tampa. The only place they can go from here is north. Guess what's north? We are! So I was asking Kevin Sheely this a couple years ago. I was like, is the train coming? I want the train. Because it would be amazing to be able to jump on that. Whee. That is a lot of questions all in one. I can't believe you got that many questions in one sentence. What is the safest neighborhoods? Whew. Probably the gated communities. They still have safety concerns, but it's normally like domestic kind of stuff. It's so weird because people are like, you know, if you've lived here all your life, you're like, oh, the crime or whatever. But if you live somewhere else and you come here, you're like, what crime? My husband and I, we moved from other places. So we came here and we're just like, there's nothing. There's nothing here. It's crazy. So crime really, I mean, I've had the police department constantly has to tell us not to leave valuables in our unlocked cars. That's how bad it is. We're so sad about that. So we'll leave like really expensive things in our cars unlocked all the time. All the time. And then we're so shocked when somebody just opens the door, takes our stuff, and walks away. So that's the kind of crime, especially that we have. There's at least one apartment building that I know of that is a serious issue right now because it doesn't, I think the owners are in New Jersey or something of this apartment complex, and it's a pretty good sized apartment complex. There's no management on location anymore, and the owners of this apartment complex are in New Jersey, and they're just letting anybody move in, doesn't matter, and it's just, I mean, it's falling in on itself. It's just terrible. So when you have that kind of nonsense, you're going to have a lot of issues and crime and stuff like that. So from what I understand, there were so many of us that were complaining. They're actually getting that resolved. I believe they're having actually a police presence over there. But yeah, that one. So if you see like a lot of crime, normally it's this one apartment complex, like watch for it in the news and stuff. If you see like, oh, there was a shooting or something like that, it'll be this apartment complex, like almost every time. It's crazy. So hopefully that will get itself resolved pretty quickly. But that one I think is an issue. That's not really downtown Ocala. It's kind of more, I don't know. Well, I guess it's in the city of Ocala. County, it's it's miles and miles of fields in between sparsely populated like not so much. Once you get into more denser populations like Silver Spring Shores, Marion Oaks, stuff like that, that's where you're going to have a little bit more crime because it's just really densely populated. But again, we have, you know, the sheriff out in those areas, and they have police substations for each one of them. So, I don't know. I wouldn't have an issue walking at night anywhere. I mean, anywhere. Like, you go down to downtown Ocala, you're walking down a dark road or something like that. It's like nothing. You know, it's, you don't have that fear. You know, if I go to other cities or lived in some places, I'm like, this is a really bad idea to be walking here tonight. This is, my life is in my hands right now. But yeah, I don't know. You just don't feel, it doesn't feel the same, you know? I can't even imagine somebody like going and stealing my purse or something. I don't know. We don't really have that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. You kind of have to be here, I guess. But yeah, I'd say that one area by that apartment complex, probably not the greatest right now, but again, that is something that they're trying to get resolved. I guess anybody has the right to own a apartment building, and they can decide who they rent to or not, and they can decide their level of management, I guess. But when it becomes a true issue to the entire city and kind of gives all of us a bad name, yeah, I think we should probably do something about that. Good grief. So yeah, that's kind of a problem right now. I mean, if you have an apartment complex that has no management, you're going to have issues. I mean, that's why you have property managers. In my company, we actually manage about 150 properties, some of which are apartment buildings. We don't have those issues. We don't have those issues. It's crazy. But all of our properties are kind of spread out. We do have one apartment building really close to CF, which is our it's kind of it used to be a community college, but now they actually do offer bachelor's degree programs. So now it's Central Florida College. So College of Central Florida. There we go. CFC. I don't know. But yeah, that's actually really close to my Ocala office. But the apartment complex that we manage is like across the street from it. It's like right there. And you would think we would have a whole bunch of students living there, but we really don't. It's kind of weird, but I thought we would have like a whole bunch of teenagers or 20-somethings living there. And, you know, I was like, oh, that's going to be interesting. They don't know how to maintain. One thing is totally true that I have seen, the 18 and 20-year-olds, and my son included, they don't know how to balance a checkbook. They don't even know how to write a check. So if it's not like automatic debit out of their checking account, they're just completely, I don't know. So you'll have some issues with this younger generation. Like, you're like, you know, you gotta change the air conditioning filter, and they're like, it has a filter? It's like, never mind, we got that. We're gonna take care of that one for you, okay? So, just different. It's just a little different. But we really don't have that many. I mean, we have a couple of younger couples that live there, but no, mostly it's actually older ones that live there. I don't know. So, hopefully that helped. It was a lot in that question. Most diverse in terms of demographic that are not overpopulated. Can a repairman make a living in Ocala region? Yeah, if you're good at it. I mean, if you're terrible at it, probably not, but that's kind of true everywhere. Yeah, we have, yeah, a decent repairman is actually in high demand right now because there's so much new construction going on, that they're, you know, basically fighting for any kind of labor of that sort. So if you know anything about new construction, you'll have 50 bazillion job offers immediately. And because of all of our handymen and repair people have joined the new construction workforce, now we don't have that many handymen. Actually, okay, for example, tomorrow my husband is going to be helping to move my mother-in-law into her house. We called so many people saying, hey, do you want to earn some money? Do you want to help? You know, because my husband's going to go get a U-Haul truck. He's just like, you know, it's not enough to really pay a moving company because it's only, you know, getting stuff out of the storage unit. But I mean, he can't lift it by himself, and I'm not supposed to be lifting stuff right now for other reasons. So yeah, called countless people. And one of them, he's actually bringing his son, so he does have some help tomorrow. But I was like surprised by how many people were like, nope, I'm good. So yeah, there's definitely work that can be done. There's always work that can be done, right? But yeah, I mean, especially repairmen, working with property management companies right now. Once you get in with a property management company or 2 or 3, you should be good. The one we use, it's an independent contractor. But he does a lot of the painting. He's really good at painting. It's really hard to find a good painter. But yeah, he does all the painting and minor maintenance. There's a lot of stuff he doesn't do. But he does do minor maintenance and stuff. And he doesn't work with any other companies but us because we keep him so busy. So, a lot of times it's like, you know, he's really behind because it's just, you know, we're like, oh yeah, we just did a whole bunch of inspections and here's a whole bunch of preventative maintenance that needs to get done. It's like, ah! So, yeah. So yeah, you would definitely have no problem getting a job here. That's not the problem. I don't know. Any other questions? I don't know. As far as diverse neighborhoods, you can get that information off the census. You could pull up by, in Wikipedia, you can actually pull up by zip code, or census. There's like census numbers, so they don't do it by zip code, they do it by areas. But yeah, you can pull it up by that, and it'll tell you exactly what the diversity is in any area. I would say one of the least diverse areas is the villages. I think they've got like 98% white people and 2% everything else. Everything else. How in the world? 98% white people and 2% everything else. Like, what? But that was the last time I checked. I don't know. It has been a while since I checked the numbers down there. But yeah, that was the census from, oh goodness, when did I check that? Probably 5 or 6 years ago. Not that long ago. So yeah, that's probably like the least diverse place in the United States. I don't know. They got their own issues down there. Yes, everything that you've heard about the villages, it's true. Totally and completely true. We're not going to get into that. Anyway, I don't know. Do you guys have any other questions? Questions, comments, concerns, other? Not too bad. All right. Any videos that you guys want me to do? I mean, I am here. So, I don't know. The videos I have, the videos I have are basically just stuff we're already doing around town and stuff. So, if there's something specifically that you want, just let me know. Put it in the comments and I will make sure to get those videos. But yeah, yeah. I just want to make sure you know about my town. I love my town so much. So, I'm just really thrilled that I get to share it with all of you guys. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let you go because my allergies are still acting up. So, Great. Thank you. I am just a realtor in a small town, but I really, like I said, I do love my town and I love sharing it with you guys. So have a good night and hopefully I will talk to you guys next week. Bye. Have a good weekend.